After touring Scotland's NC500 in a rented motorhome, we came home to discover that our campervan layout just did not work anymore. With hardly any time until our next tour, can we change the layout to double our living area whilst keeping a full-size bed big enough for a 6'4" giant of a man, my 5'3" wife, a dog with his own bed, a fridge, an oven, a sink, and even add a toilet? I'm Andy and this is my wife Claire. We tour the UK and Europe in our DIY campervan we've called St Christopher of Atlantis, along with our dog Pablo. We've come up with a plan to make life more comfortable on the road.
This is our old layout. It's basically 3 seats and a queen-sized bed. It's really comfy to sleep on, has a really cosy diesel heater, loads of storage underneath the bed, but turns into a really challenging game of Twister whenever we want to make a drink, get changed or leave the van. To top it off, our dog Pablo has no bed of his own, so he tends to stare longingly at one of us with his brown eye all night long.
We really want that motorhome feeling but in a smaller package, so we've bought a swivel base for the passenger seat. The idea is that it will allow us to turn the seat around and create more living space. The only problem is there's nowhere for our legs to go as a top-loading fridge and massive bed get in our way.
Keep watching to find out how we solve this problem and to see if we can get it ready in time to make an oven-cooked meal at the first campsite on our upcoming Big Yorkshire tour.
This is a top-down view of our motorhome, a 2016 short wheelbase Vauxhall Vivaro. Luckily, I do have experience of technical drawings, so this should be very clear. When it came to my plans, I knew I had to separate the cab from the back, so I drew this line. The swivel seat would cover roughly half of the width of the cab, so I drew this line to represent that. This didn't leave much room, and we did consider extending the rear like one of those Winnebagos, but that would be too expensive. We wanted to keep our worktop and sink, which left us with a full-size bed and a little gap where the top-loading fridge went. It suddenly occurred to me that Claire was considerably shorter than myself, so if I cut her half of the bed down, we could store the fridge under there, pull it out when we needed it, and leave double the living space so that we could place our legs comfortably and add a bivy for her convenience. I decided that this idea was too good to discuss with Claire, so just started to do it before taking any real measurements. It might be a short video because Claire tends to get bored really quick on DIY jobs, so we'll see what happens. Now I've already made a start of this. I did it yesterday when I got in from work, but then Claire said I needed to go to the pub, so I've got to carry on. But I've run into a little bit of an issue because although there's some really good instructions from the place that I bought this from, didn't tell me about all this trim that I've got to take off. But I've got these handy things here that might just help me. So let's take a look and see if we can do this without breaking everything. Oh yes, so it's a great start, as you can tell.
What's happened, Andrew?
Nothing yet.
Have you got a bit of wood to cover up under this sink, do you think?
A little bit of what?
Wood to cover up under the sink.
Well, I'm just doing this job first. Thank you. So if you ever get stuck, my advice would be just smash it off. Okay, so
is that a socket set?
this is a socket set, socket and ratchet. The main thing is that we do not lose these bolts.
Don't give them me then.
Thanks for your help.
Good ratchet work.
But, you know, I've asked you to put things in the bin that you use. Thank you.
Yours.
Right, this needs to go somewhere safe.
Put it in that pocket.
Not that one that you put everything else in. What about that one?
Yeah, there's a sugar in that one. Oh, and a pen, just in case.
Can't clean it
everybody,
out.
watch
That's
me.
the back one. Bolt number 2. Oh. Let's move on to bolt number 3, which just so happens to be a different
socket head thing.
Socket head. So we need to keep this with this so we know which one it is.
It's a good job you've got a socket set then, isn't it?
Well, yes.
I haven't touched it.
You might want to
take it off the seat.
Yeah.
What's that?
So if you get stuck, the blue bolt is for the seatbelt. Okay?
Okay. Oh wow, it's coming off.
Yeah, it's going to open it up a lot.
I like it already.
While Claire's been hoovering, been doing other things, and Claire says that I'm not allowed any more tools, but I said hacksaw, so got a new tool for the collection.
Do we need a hacksaw?
Yeah, well, it's the only way we're going to get these bad boys off. I've got some hacksawing to do, Claire, so we need tools. A man needs his tools.
You've got so many tools. You've got more tools than bloody...
Well, you've got loads of clothes, Claire, so that's it.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
So there's a spot weld you see
It
there.
shows how much you've done. Oh.
So Claire's gone inside now. Looks like she's had enough.
All right.
Yeah, one's off.
Oh, awesome.
So the instructions said, oh, there's a little spot weld that you've just got to get through. Only takes 30 minutes to fit the entire job. Yeah, all right. Anyway.
So talk me through what you're doing. You're getting rid of that knobbly bit.
Yeah.
I think you're going to break your hacksaw.
So my advice when you get bored of sawing, smash it.
Do you need it?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. It's somewhere.
So what's this then?
This is the base.
I brought you a refreshment.
Oh, thank you.
You looking at
I'm just
instructions?
consulting the instructions.
What did they say? It should be done
I
by
don't
now.
know yet. I ain't got. The bits that I've just chopped off, they have to go back there into these holes. These are called top hats. And they go in there so that then we can put the swivel seat above this. So that's what we're going to do. There's a heavy boy, so I'm going to put these locks in place now, I think. Oh, and there's the camera crew that's just turned back up. Thank you.
Oh, I'm going to make you a sandwich. What would we have done if there's no YouTube videos?
Put the swivel back in.
Hang on.
Washers, one in each place. I left two on the left and one on the front right hand side.
And now we've got to bolt it up. It's spinning around. It's alright, isn't it?
Yes.
Ready for winter.
I'm getting all the stuff out that we need. There's quite a lot really for our evening meal on our new cooker.
New cooker.
Yep.
Well, it looks like we're back in St. Chris.
It's not just the same St. Chris. It's
There's
a
some
slightly
changes.
pimped up bad boy St.
Pimp
Chris.
things up.
Pimp it up, baby.
But that looks different. Hello. Oh, and like a really hastily done paint job that needs finishing. But we prefer travelling to painting. Well, there's Pablo, so that's the same.
I'm the same.
They're the same. But hang on a minute. What's happened here? Well, that's just increased the entire area of the van.
And how long did it take you to do it?
30 minutes. Easy job.
So, Andrew, let's recap. What have you done? And how much have you saved?
How much have we saved? Well, compared to what Rosie and motorhome cost, that was £68,000 brand new.
Right.
And really, what we thought from it was that the best thing about it was the swivel seat.
We loved the swivel seat, didn't
The swivel seat was it. The other stuff we kind of had. So now, we've got ourselves one. But it took 30 minutes to install. Literally.
we? We've got something else new.
What's that? It's overload.
Do you know what this is, everybody?
Is it Omnia?
Well, you'll see it in a minute.
Well, we've never used it before, so anything could happen. Well, I'm going to take a seat in here and have a look. Oh, look. What's this solution that we've come up with? Oh, we've chopped Claire's half of the bed down.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's what we've done. Look at this.
And you're not joking, are you?
You're so far away.
And look what else I've got. This is another clue.
But it's massive. We've got loads more room. And I can actually still lay fully in the bed.
We've not slept in it yet, have we? So
No, this was our first night of sleeping, but I've got full length. And you've got full length.
mine's not quite full length.
We've got a little cubby hole for things. Tap's working. Claire. We've got so much room. Totally maximised the space, haven't we? So our fridge now is placed under here. Much easier. With a Desperado.
We're having something that I've never ever made for you before.
What is it? Good food?
No. It's a corned beef a la Claire. Probably not the ideal recipe, this, really.
So we boil these first, do we?
Yeah, I need to peel another one.
A little bit of salt.
Where's this beer at?
Where's your glass then?
It might be on, it's on that shelf in there somewhere.
To be fair, we've got that much space in here now. It might take me a while to reach it.
Whoops. You just knocked the oven off, it don't matter.
Somebody's put a stupid rug there that's very slippy. Thought it was me. Get Claire's Desperado out before she gets mad.
Somebody stop me. What film's that from? I think corned beef a la Claire is going to be actually quite nice. You know that when I do recipes I make it up?
I'm fully aware of that fact.
Could I make a toast? A toast to pimped up St Chris.
So there's one issue here.
What, you're here? Fuck, I don't mean it.
I thought we found the cheapest caravan and motorhome club site. And I thought that it was cheap because there was no pub next to it. It's not that there's no pub next to it. There's no toilet.
No, there's no next to it.
But there's no toilet, Claire.
There's no what?
Oh, we've got a good boil on. Right.
Oh, I've got something, I washed something. Oh yes, it's poo bag. I've made a right mess of these. I've got to wear them all weekend.
You got potato all over them.
And it's a bank holiday weekend. So...
Got like potato trousers.
Sorry, it might be fashionable. So I've got Gordon Ramsay worrying about the cookbook and I've got Kate Moss worrying about fashion.
Get the pro.
Shall I make another potato so there's enough food for tea?
So what are you doing now? Cutting an onion with a steak knife?
Yeah. I can see everybody's watching around us, checking out my knife skills. Well, you make the stock and then you pour it into the Omnia. You've got to grease it. Right, so I'll just put some of this at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then onions, then potatoes, then corned beef. Oh, carrots. And then cheese.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're big doggies, aren't they? Are they Weimaraners? How do I know that? Oops.
Let's layer it up.
Go on then.
Potatoes.
Yeah, oh, keys come off. I've not done this for years, have you? Oh, it's stuck.
Looks like we're just having potatoes. Oh. How far you got with it? Oh dear. That's where it's gone wrong, isn't it, Claire?
Well, it's just a ring.
Oh, bottle opener. That'll do it. What are these things to get it out with?
Yeah, I've got nothing else. Or a steak knife.
You don't have another can of it?
Nope. That might be hooked back on again.
Where?
I don't know. Please be careful.
I think we got rid of all my tools, didn't we?
There's some in there. Don't know what though. One of them go in and yank it up a bit. You know those extra hard floor tent pegs that we got? Would that go in and spike it up? Let's put some sausages in it, make a sausage casserole.
There's nothing straightforward, is there, with you? I mean, this has been happening. This design of a can has been around since I've been alive.
They're not new designs anymore, they're old because of this reason. People's keys were coming off. That might like scorch it round.
Right, can you get me a tent peg, please? This is my life.
I'm sorry?
So have you got that tent peg? This is probably not going to get a food hygiene rating of 5. There we go. Waste not, want not. Right. You've got enough there, don't you?
Yeah.
And there it goes. We'll check back in an hour. It looks quite nice, actually.
It doesn't really, it looks like a big watery mess. I've not got a big spoon, so I'll have to just do it with this.
Corned beef hash.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, yeah.
I didn't know what it were till we made it.
I expected it to be a bit firmer than this, if I'm honest. But
But we've got no brown sauce, have we?
yeah, we have.
Is it a hassle to get though?
No, I'll get it for you.
Is it a sachet? I've got a feeling a sachet is coming.
Yeah, I bought a load of sachet.
Do you know what HP stands for?
Her Majesty's.
Omnia oven. Good or not?
Taste it. It's very, very nice.
Well, that's
Love
it.
the corned beef a la Claire. Yeah, baby. Gordon Ramsay, you need to be frightened. Tell your friends, corned beef a la Claire.
There's a new kid around here, and she's gonna cook stuff. She does rotisseries, guisados, apple rollover.
We're sure there's no wash-up facilities, won't we? Will we?
Nothing, there's nothing.
Sure, there's a motorhome service point, but that's not going to have wash-up facilities, is it?
Alright, so this is how we're rolling at a caravan and motorhome club site that has no toilet block. So we've managed to get ourselves sorted out. I'm wearing a hat because I can't have a shower. You don't want to see my bed head. And then, unfortunately, I've drawn the shortest straw this morning because it's my turn to do toilet duties. So if you watched those other videos where we're in Scotland and we had a motorhome, it was a pretty easy job of taking a cassette, nice and tidy, and dropping it into the toilet area. Well, we've got his own version of that now, and this is how we're saving £60,000. You can ask yourself, is it worth it? We've got a bag of wee there, and an old man's urinal that's in the sink next to where we drink. So we just got to wait until.
So what's your plan? You're going to run with the bag?
I can see.
Do you want a blanket to disguise what you're doing?
No, there's a man doing his cassette.
Let me come out then, and I can.
He's just rinsing everything off. Shall I rinse the bag and reuse it? Wait. No, it's okay, I'll do this. Oh dear.
It's busy now.
There's a bit of a queue on. So we've got.
There's somebody there at the moment. You're going to wait, or are you going? Let's just close the door so Pablo can't run off.
Okay.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this in bin. Morning.
What happens if it all comes out? Hi.
Morning.
Join us next time as we embark on our next adventure and visit some of the most beautiful, famous, downright weird and secret areas of God's own county of Yorkshire.